the past few years, India has established a leadership position in the global business process management outsourcing space through a combination of low-cost access to talent pool, a mature industry landscape with over 500 service providers, and a global footprint with a presence in over 78 countries and multilingual skills. The country's business process management sector is expected to leapfrog in a $50 billion entity by 2020. The second edition of BPM India Summit, organized by BW Businessworld, was held in Mumbai recently. The industry experts came together to discuss the necessary changes that need to be made to accommodate the rapid growth over the next decade. BVR Mohan Reddy, Chairman, NASSCOM and Founder and Executive Chairman, Singh, gave the keynote address, and V.S. Sridhar, Senior Vice President and Head of GES India, Tata Communications, gave the industry address.
Today, look at the IT industry. It contributes somewhere between 7.5% to 8%, equivalent of GDP of this nation. It's about 40% of service exports from India. It's about 20% of the total exports from India at about $148 billion. The IT industry created about 3.5 million direct jobs. The BPM, of course, there are million jobs out of the 3.5 million. Indirectly, there are about 3 times that number, whether it's 10.5 million jobs totally, or 3 million jobs within the BPM sector are the indirect jobs that got created.
The Indian BPM ecosystem is unmatched in the world, and despite pressure from other emerging locations, this unique value proposition has enabled India to maintain its leadership position in the global BPM outsourcing landscape. However, the past couple of years have seen a different kind of reality for BPM players globally, with moderation in growth rates on one hand and a sea change in the very nature of work on the other hand. The first panel, the Internet Venture Driving Business Value in the New Service Ecosystem, looked at ways to change the business model so that they are looked as innovation partners rather than execution partners. Shailesh Kekre, Principal McKinsey India, moderated the session, and Keshav Murugesh, Group CEO WNS Global Services and Chairman NASSCOM BPM Council India, Sandeep Sen, Global CEO Aegis, Sandeep Soni, President and CEO Hero BPO, and Kannan Sundareshan, Managing Director and Lead Asia Pacific Accenture Operations, were the chair members.
The driverless concept car came first from Google and not from General Motors or Toyota or any other automobile manufacturers. And similar way, Amazon had surpassed the market valuation for Walmart, and Facebook has overtaken the market valuations for GE. So this is what a disruptive technology can do to your business. So in the end, I think the common message was to stay positive, stay relevant, stay innovative, and stay connected.
The panel, Customer Experience, a competitive differentiator creating moments of magic, customer loyalty, excellent customer service, and customer relations, spoke on top priorities for BPM initiatives in today's world, being focused on extending mission-critical business processes to support the mobile workforce and redesigning business processes to deliver exceptional customer experiences. The Power-Packed panel was moderated by Viral Thakkar, Partner and Practice Lead, Sourcing Advisory, KPMG in India. The panelists were Nazir Dalar, Chief Operating Officer, Tata Business Support Services, Alok Kumar, Chief Service Delivery Officer, Aircel, Dharam Ranjan K, Vice President, Customer Experience, Snapdeal, Rohit Arora, Vice President, Customer Experience, Global Enterprises Solutions, Tata Communications.
We're very active on the social media front. Our digital offering to enhance the social media offering and make our customers more digitized is one of the offerings that we brought, again as an offshoot of the cloud offering. A lot of work is going into the analytics front, so a lot of our offerings are focused on insights and data. So it's not just about big data, we're talking about providing customer insights and how we can use the data. But I think probably the most exciting part of this is the convergence of innovation, of technology, and the process, so that it all comes together as a converged offering, so that customers are able to get an end-to-end customer experience, so that they don't have to deal with multiple layers of service providers. And they can all get it in one-stop shop, and they can hold one person accountable for that experience so that they can enhance their own customer market shares and enhance their top line and bottom line.
To stay ahead in today's rapidly changing business environment, organizations need agile business processes that allow them to adapt quickly to evolving markets, customer needs, and business models. As BPOs strive for greater efficiency and effectiveness, they create or adapt technology to fill their needs. The panel, building a multi-channel delivery model for the future, from improving process to delivering big change, discussed the advent of social networks and mobile technology that companies not only need to focus on process efficiency but also on customer engagement. The panelists were Devesh Nayal, Senior Vice President and Global Head, Manufacturing and Financial Services, Business Unit, Capgemini BPO, Preeti Mohan, Vice President and Leader, Technology Genpath, V.S. Sridhar, Senior Vice President and Head of GES India Tata Communications. Yashwendra Singh, Executive Editor, CIO and Enterprise Technology Community, BW Businessworld, moderated the session.
The kind of end user experience that the customer wants is very different today than it was even a year ago. And customers no longer are looking at just product and service. They want a holistic kind of a relationship. They want a customer experience which even appeals to their emotions, right? So when you're starting to manage a life cycle this way of a customer, the demands are very high in terms of the technology support, right? One is on the infrastructure side, but more and more the embrace that's going to happen in terms of providing higher and higher services is going to only increase. And with the complication that is coming in of the Internet of Things or Internet of Everything that is there, right? It's not only the users. Now you need to worry about the devices, like the air conditioning devices and the security devices and the cars and all that are getting more and more into this ecosystem. Now, how do you start managing that? That's the growth that people are talking about in terms of how do you manage the customer experience as well as integrate the way forward in terms of the Internet of Things.
Today, as we talk, we are looking at a dozen odd technologies, and we don't just talk about SMAC. We are thinking on how these technologies will come together to drive transformation, be it machine learning, be it natural language processing or natural language generation. How can we bring in, dynamic workflows to work with OCR systems that have been existing for ages, apply machine learning, basically augment what a business user was earlier doing. So today we have graduated, and we call it a dozen technologies that will drive business transformation. There are proof of concepts that have been completed, executed in customer geographies, which have proven to us that they can not only drive just 30 to 40% automation. We are talking about 80 to 90% automation delivering business results. So it's not just about taking away resources from or agents from a process. It is about not only the productivity, but it is about a different mindset on how you can execute a process more efficiently.
Today, it is tough to ensure customer stickiness. In the present age, customers don't look at just products and services. They want a holistic relationship with their brand. They want an experience that appeals to their emotions. With the emergence of Internet of Things, this challenge of meeting the technology and service needs of customer is only going to increase. Going forward, success for players in the BPM industry would hinge on how well they manage the life cycle of a customer. Team BW Businessworld.